Unmute yourselves if you
Am
need to talk.
I doing a broadcast today? So I should just start the broadcast. So nobody is talking. How was our
Good
week?
evening.
Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Those of us in Lagos hope we experience the rainfall, and I hope the weather is has improved.
Yes, it does.
That's good. So I have a very short time, but as short as it is, we have a lot to cover. So I'm going to go straight to it, and then so like I mentioned in the last class, we have just 3 goals around the core SharePoint features: the site, the document library, and then SharePoint list. Okay, so we are going to be working on it on the almost at the same time and building upon what we have done. So last week we started with Hub Site. Hub Site is more of an advanced SharePoint feature, and the goal is to build a site that are connected together. So you have more like a not a parent site, but more like the main site. Then you have other sites associated with it. So you now end up building like what is called a hub. Okay, and we demonstrated how to achieve that in our last class. Then we also looked at creating sub-sites as departments. So what we'll do today will be more of building the navigation so that maybe employees are able to navigate through the various to the various sites. And if time permits, we can look at some other areas as well. But there's another thing that I wanted to add, but I think we had license constraints, so that has been dropped. But we'll look at some other areas as well. Then web parts, we'll look at the web part as well in sites, and then we'll start something on SharePoint theme store. I don't know if you are familiar with that. We'll look at the SharePoint theme store today as well to see the various features, and then we'll try to implement it in our requisition list, and then thereafter we'll build on the requisition list whereby okay, I think you did or some of you attended the Power Automate class, so maybe I'll just give you as an activity. So once you build the requisition with the temp store, you help to automate it so that you have someone who approves. So once someone submits a request and then the request gets sent to someone to approve, and then it shows approved. Okay, so we're going to look at that. So what the first part is to review the sites, and then the other part is to build the term store. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of the word taxonomy in SharePoint. Anybody? If you have not, you may need to read it up after the class, because I don't want to dwell on the theory today. I just want to hit the ground running like our politicians. Okay, so quickly, let's go to our sites. So we are working on the site for Dangote. So that's I saw some persons doing some very which I'm going to correct today. So I'll just correct that by deleting the sites that were created. Like this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Okay, so I'm going to delete anything that is not supposed to be here so that we don't confuse ourselves. Dangote Group is our hub site, and we have the refinery, the sugar, the flour, and the cement associated with it. The goal is to go to Dangote floor, open the site, and then within the site, we have to create sub-sites. So go to new, then go to, okay, let me look at the sites and see first. Site contents. What's happening? It's not loading. Okay, still loading. Asking me to switch now. I've already switched. See my network, it's slow. Okay, so if we go to the site contents, we should be able to see our sites under sub-sites. Okay, so this is beautiful. So we have IT, marketing, and operations. Okay, so let me close this. So the same thing, if we go to cement, you should have the same experience. Okay, you should have the same experience, site content. I think I'll just copy the URL. I don't know why this is slow. Sub-sites. So I'll just copy the URL. So I can see here, I have Dangote Cement Marketing. Okay, so we have to just edit that to just marketing. Why is this slow? Where is it? Okay. And I have operations from Dangote Refinery. You guys have performed wonders. So those of us that were able to create the, I think someone did for cement, well done. Someone did for floor, well done. And then let's see the refinery as well. So I'll just go straight to that. Okay, I think I already copied that. Okay, so this, so you can see URL is very powerful in SharePoint too. Instead of all that loading, so here there is no operations. Well, there's operations here. So I think the operation was created as a side page instead of where is it? Okay, it was created as a side page instead of a sub-site. Michael, Omeri, is he on the call? So Michael created the operations department as a side page instead of a site. Okay, so we just correct that. Let's go back to sites contents. I think I should just leave that so we don't we can save our time. But I'm going to delete the operations. Okay. Then lastly, Dangote Sugar. Let's see. Okay, I think the same thing here as well. Still Michael. Michael, well done. Oh. We see your handwork. Okay. So this is good. Thank you everyone that were able to do it. So basically, we have been able to. I think with last class we associated the subsidiaries to this Dangote group by coming to this bulk edit hub association, and then we selected Dangote group. Okay, so I've done that already. And if you click on any of the sites, you should see the hub association. Okay, Dangote group. So the next is to do our navigation. So let's go to Dangote group and work on that. So Dangote group is a communication site. So we want to have a navigation for the let's bring in the assets. So let's start from there. I'll go to sites, change look and feel. Okay. Let's upload. No. Where is it? Okay, this is it. Okay. Site logo. That would be group. Is this the group?
3, if you're feeling generous.
Where is the group?
It's not the money that I mind. I mean, if you can't afford it, I get it. I feel for you. But please, let me know if there's anything that I can do to make your experience here more delightful. No? Well, then,
What's happening?
if you left your 85 cents on the table and not in your shake today. Cool?
Okay, so I thought I brought in the group, but I did not. So we have a group logo, and you can save that. Then let's go to let's build a navigation. Okay, so I don't want. Okay, let's have it here. Let's have it here. Let's edit. Click on edit. Okay, I'm going to remove pages, remove site content. Yeah, remove home. So we have to take note of the URL, copy link address, source. Okay, let me use this approach. Subsidiaries. Okay, let's click on open a new tab. Yes. Set navigation. Yes. Okay. Okay, no, that will be under the departments. Okay, so let's launch that. What did I miss? I said, oh, how did it change to level? Okay. No, why that is not working. So just create our a link for this floor. Okay, so I'm not going to complete this. Just do a few because the time. So you can just use that to learn. Just complete the other two. Copy link address. Yes. So I'm adding for Dangote flour and cement. So you can do for sugar and I think petroleum. Okay. So okay. So if I click on floor, okay. So I'm now in Dangote. Yeah, since I deleted this. If I go back, I have my okay. So then I just did for the two. So the main hub side, you can go to the subsidiaries here, and that will take us straight to that. So now let's look at adding navigations for the subsidiary. So I think Dangote Floor has the department. So let's edit that as well. Okay. So yes, let me just remove site content, remove, remove, remove. Okay, I want to leave this. Okay. I need to copy the subsites. What's happening? Ngozi, well done. I'm starting my class. So I'll save this so I don't get to lose it. And then edit. Site content. I think I copied this thing earlier. I need to have this somewhere in Notepad. So I don't know if you have come across SharePoint site navigation. It's a lot of work, but it's usually very nice when it's done. So I just need the URL for this site. The URL should most likely follow a pattern. Should have the site name slash the department. So I just want to confirm. So when I hover on the sub site, I can see the link at the bottom left corner. Okay. Bayo, you are raising your hand.
Yes, I use my hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
I created my own. I created my own. I just created when I created Dangote Group. I created under the subsite. Just created all the Dangote flour, Dangote cement, Dangote all said under the subsite. But I don't know. So I don't know how to go to navigate how to create the operation. Maybe when the way you create your, I don't. So here now I'm from the screen. I can see Dangote Group operation, but just graduate group and now under the other subsites that you created other the four major option yes governments, but I didn't create other the operation, marketing and IT. I didn't create that one, so I don't know where to put it in the subsite. If you can see view from that dashboard, you can see where how I created my own. That's I know how to navigate that
Okay.
angle.
Take a screenshot of what you have and paste it on the chat. I'll look at it.
Okay. I'm using my tablet because my light, the system is down a little bit, but I'm using tablet to connect. But I see.
I know. Just take a screenshot now. You can do screenshot as well now.
Okay, once I do, I'll get you. All right.
Except maybe the view is different and you don't want that view. So let's add a navigation. So I'll go back to my home. edit that. Wow. So I'm only doing for this. So somebody will help us with the other ones. So this IT, okay. Then marketing. Wait, did I add marketing in the? I have to check that. Marketing. Edit. Okay, edit. Then lastly, we want to have what is the third operation? You see operation or operations? I think that is S. Find out now. Just save. Okay, so let's click on it. If it opens, yeah, okay. So that takes us to the operations subsite. So you can see from here, okay, and we can easily move around. When creating the subsite, I think it didn't allow the what is it called? The parent site to be show link to parent site, something like that. So that did not allow us to go back to our parent site. So remove that. You have the settings option, and then you can site section and site settings. Where is it? Okay. Navigation. Enable quick launch. No, not here. Okay, let me see. Charts. Okay. Has not been dropped. Okay. Okay, so I don't want us to go to that route now. Activating, my mouse is not moving now. Activating the SharePoint site infrastructure. I don't want us to do this now. Because the other thing that we want to do. So then if we go back to the where is this? The group. Can edit the so someone has opened this site for editing. So I don't know what the person is trying to do, so let me not. Okay, so but that will allow us to do other things. But I can use another site. Let's use the cement site. Also editing this page. What's happening now? This is our disclaimer, everybody. Disclaimer. The site we're using for learning is for us to do our hands-on labs. So let's only do what we're asked to do. If you want to do anything, do it, create your own site and do that on your site. Okay, like I asked us to create sub-sites, okay, and as I asked us to create the department as sub-site under each subsidiary, which have been done. So if there were any other thing, I don't think I gave us any other task aside that. So, but I have to probably discard the changes that have been made. The time is not on my side now. So do you have any question so far? It's 8:37. This time is just running.
Sorry, what licenses can you do all this on?
All what? All what I've been doing today?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this what I've been doing today, you can work with it comfortably with any SharePoint license. SharePoint or a license that includes SharePoint, Business Basic, and what is it called? SharePoint Plan 1. I think what you have here is even A1. A1 is more like Business Basic.
Thank you very much.
This is SharePoint Plan 1. I'm using A1. So I'm using A1. A1 is more of a basic plan. So you can do that with can do this with this doesn't require any special license. Just have a SharePoint plan. Okay.
What's the
Any other
default?
question?
What's the default storage for SharePoint? And can you max it out given the number of team sites?
I'm sorry, bro. You need to watch the last video. I won't be able to answer that because of time. But when you watch the last video, you will get all the answers. Any other question? Okay. So want to look at SharePoint taxonomy or temp store. So the idea of having a taxonomy or temp store in SharePoint is for the purpose of having predefined tagging. So whereby you can tag documents or lists. Our focus today will be on lists, but when we go to document library, look at tagging for documents. And I'll give us an example. So let's say you are building a form or a site where people provide basic information, okay? And you want to maybe enforce that maybe the gender or the sex is just male and female, okay? So that somebody will not go and type something else. You can create a taxonomy for that particular field, create a term set. Okay, the term set will be like gender, and then the term will now be male and female. So when they get to that field, they only have that option to just choose from. Okay. So you can also use that in other fields. For instance, a requisition or leave approval. You want to create status like approved, pending, denied, rejected, and the like. Okay. So basically, if you are familiar with lookup columns, it provides you with creating lookups or not. It's not lookup. Let me just the purpose is not lookup, but just the behavior that you have with lookups, where you have options. Okay. Taxonomy in SharePoint allows you to have that option where you build your term under each term set. So it is the term set that serve as a column or an item of information. So for instance, if you want to build uh, a term set for marital status, so the term set will be maybe marital status, and then the term now be married, single, divorced, separated, and uninterested, and not and all of that. Okay, those will now be the term. This will now be the term, but the main name that more like serve as a collection will be the term store, the term set rather. Okay, so quickly, I'm just going to show us something in less than 10 minutes. So we are going to create a list, a requisition list. Okay, so I think let's just do that in because of our time. Let's just do that in the Dangote site. I will just click on new list. Blank. So let's call this requisition system, or let's just call it requisition. Show in navigation. Yes, let's show it. Okay. Now we can add columns, also few columns. The item, where is it? Text. Item, and before value no, so this should be required. Okay, allow to open it, yes. Let's add another column. Quantity, that should be number. Okay. Decimal is 0. Default value should be 1. Maximum and minimum. Okay, so that somebody will not want to type in rubbish like 5 or 0 or -1. Let's protect that. Use talent separator. Don't need that. Okay, so so we're going to create 2 term store or term stores, term groups. Okay, One will be for category. So the category will be like the item you are requesting for, is it electronics? And you give me the other categories that we could have. And the other term will be for term group will be for the more like the status of the requisition. Okay, so we'll have these two columns. Okay, so let's create that here. So I'll come to this content services. I'll click on my term store. This time is running. Okay, so first we want to have a term group. That will be Dangote. Okay. So within that term group, we're going to create, I'll just click on it. So open it. Okay, it's open. So let's create the term set. Okay, so the term set, it refers to the collective name that identifies the items you want to add. For instance, category is a collective name that I want to use to identify the various category that an item will belong to. So if I click on item set, I'm going to call it category. So we're creating two term sets. So I'll now bring my pointer here. I'll click here, add term sets. That will be for let's just call it status. And so under category now, I can now start adding my term. Okay. So category will have electronics. Okay. Okay. So once you type, you just press enter. Okay. Then let's add. Oh, sorry. Okay. Then let's add other ones. Yes. Yes. What other categories do we have? Bioelectronics will have what's it called? Toiletries.
Furniture.
Toiletries, furniture. I hope I spelled that toiletries correct. Furniture. Okay. One more. One more.
Gadgets.
Let's gadgets under electronics. There is other area I'm trying to like vehicles. What's the category for
Beverages.
them?
Beverages.
Guy, you like food though. This angle where you go come on. So I know when we create the education, that's where you always be ordering beverages. Don't mind me, I'm just joking. So vehicles, something like that. Okay, then let's go to our status and let's add the various status. Approved. Oh. Pending. Rejected. Review. Saya, well done. Oh. Okay, so we have our term sets. So we have two term sets. And these are term group. Okay. It just allows us to manage what we are doing. So if, for instance, we are creating this for each subsidiaries, then may have to create Dangote Cement term group and then for flow and like that. So our time is running. So let's see that in action. If I go to add column, if I scroll down, I see managed metadata. Okay. So that's also another thing. It says use terms or tags managed by your organization. So one of the things about the taxonomy or the term store we just created is for handling the metadata of the items that you create for list or the documents that you add for a document library. So the type, is manage metadata. Then the term set or term, okay. I have my term group Dangote and I have my term, which is category, my term set rather. So I'll go to more options. Default value should be none. So there's no default value there. Display formats. Allow multiple values. No. Requires column to contain information. Yes. Otherwise, the person will leave it blank. Enforce unique value. No. Save. And lastly, we'll add the status of so that would be save. So this will have a default value, which will be ending. Okay. That will be the default value once it's created. Once you create, that will be the default value, and it's not going to be required. Okay. It's not going to be required. And I think that's all. Let's save that. Okay. Then I think we need to remove this title. So if you go to add item, that's when we'll be able to hide that. I think it's here. Edit column. Check. I think we should hide this as well. So if we hide this, okay, that's fine. So somebody can say they need what now? Mouse. Okay. Mouse. Put 10. It's not going to allow you to, it's not going to go when you want to submit it. Mouse is electronics. Apply. Let's try to save. Okay, so the error is not very helpful. But I think we need to define our own error message for that to work. 1. Save. Okay, so we have done. We have far. What is it called now? We have gone to pull the tail of the tiger. Let's just refresh. Okay. What's this? Indo. I don't know. I don't know how that gets. Interesting. Indo. From where? Okay. And then you can, create a form just by using that. Okay. So picking the item and then the quantity. That's all. And then share it with people. So let's stop here. So please ask your question. So okay, so I think that's all. Just people in this message tag can respond. So let's copy that. And then so let's make requisitions. Okay. Oh, what did I? That's not it too. What's happening? Ah, I don't know. Yeah, I think my network is not stable because I don't know. So let's copy that. Or let's open that link and let's fill it out. Some items. So we'll continue from here. And next. So what I want us to do next now, I don't know. Did any of you attend the Power Automate class? So we want to add an automate flow so that when new item. Okay, so thank you, Benga. So we want to add an automate flow, but I will not be here. So I wanted to know if you can do that after this. So when a new item is added, we want it to send it to somebody for approval. So is it something you can do? Anybody here will volunteer? Or okay, let's just do this. Go and create your what is simple, Jerry. It's simple, not difficult. It's here. Look at it here. Automate. What's happening now? Okay, automate. No, not this one. No. This one doesn't work. Okay. Power automate. Flow. Okay. And then you can be able to customize it when a new item is added. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is an option where it sends the person the Teams message. Okay, so you can use this one. Or you can just go to see more where you see all the other options that there is. It's straightforward because of our time. So let's stop here. So please let's fill out this. Okay, fill out this. We'll stop here today. Somebody has paid for laptop. I don't know whether I want to change laptop. But depends the electronics. Why did they submit it for the person? Anyway. Missing metadata. Yeah. Okay. So need to go here. So since you're not able to do the automate, we will have to stop here. So but register your what is it called? Make a requisition with the form I posted. Okay, choose a category, an item, and just make your request. Okay. So your questions, drop them on the WhatsApp. I also drop the link on the requisition link on the WhatsApp group. So drop your question on the WhatsApp group. If I finish my call, I can look at it. Rafiah, please take over. Is she still here? Emmanuel.
Hey, I have a question. Well done. Just can you hear me? I have a question. Tell me. Okay, I guess it's out. Good evening, guys. I beg, are we done with this meeting? We are waiting for something because me, I joined late, so I mean, what's going on?
Hello, good evening, everybody. Please, is the class still going on? Please, sorry.
Yeah, yes, Joseph. I think the class is ended. So, but maybe the no mentor to just end the class. All right. I think I asked that some questions because I guess we are done. I can drop any question in the chat box.
I guess we should have OneDrive for Oyimafu here. We don't have that. It's still here with us. Ah, guys, hello, Manuel Oyimafu. Maybe you want to address us and end the session. Okay, the mentor is back now.
Hello.
Hello, mentor Yomi.
Please confirm if you can
Yes, I
hear
can hear
me.
you.
We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so that was brief. So I just quickly come back so that we can achieve some more progress. So before I continue, do you have any question? We have about 30 minutes more.
Okay.
So
Yes,
we were
please.
trying to do the taxonomy. You may need to read up on it in SharePoint, but
Okay. Thank you so much. Hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, please. I don't know. I joined late, so I'm a bit confused.
I've
Yeah,
been looking.
from the last class.
I've been looking for you. In fact, I've sent DSS to you.
Hey, yeah. Sorry. So, based on
So you
the
are
last
muted
class.
like this.
Hello.
You're the one that you are the one that was creating pages for on my site. So
Oh,
I've been looking
me.
for you.
I'm just trying out things. So, and I just discovered that people know they do much for maybe we didn't get the whole thing, maybe what to do and all that. And so I don't know if you did anything based on the assignment you gave us, but yeah, I'm not seeing the taxonomy and all that and list. So is it consideration of what we, we have to do? So I don't know. Maybe you can just clear me on that, please. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
So the goal is a hub site in SharePoint to see how to set up hub sites. So we created a site called Dangote Group just to make it more practicable. Now said we chose Dangote because it has subsidiaries. So we now created the Dangote Sugar Flour Cement as a site. Then we now associated that site with the Dangote Group. First, we promoted the Dangote Group as a hub site. Then we associated the subsidiaries. The subsidiary is just the name. Okay, Dangote is not the SharePoint term. Okay, Dangote Cement, Dangote Flour, they are subsidiaries of Dangote Group. Okay, so we created a site for these subsidiaries, this Dangote Cement, Dangote Flour. So after that, we now associate those sites with the hub site, which was Dangote Group. Then I now showed us how to create the department under each site. So I did for one of the sites, I think, created one or two sub-sites. Then I asked us to go to the other sites and create sub-sites as departments. And I think there were 3 departments: IT, IT, marketing and operations. Okay, IT, marketing and operations, right? So I asked us to create sub-sites for IT, sub-sites for marketing, or rather, create a sub-site and name it IT, create another sub-site, name it operations, create another sub-site, name it marketing under a particular site, which could be floor or cement. I think I shared us into different groups. So we just reviewed that today to see that the somebody says I can't hear anything. Please confirm if you can hear me. Just thumbs up.
I can hear you.
Okay, so we created that. So today we reviewed the sub sites in the cement and floors to see that they were. So I think somebody was able to create that. So I appreciated all of your effort in doing that. And basically, we just looked at the navigation. I didn't finish everything. The goal is so that you go and do it yourself as well. I just added 2 navigation. So complete the other ones, add navigation for the other ones that were not added. Okay. Then I also went to the subsidiary. I think one of them was Dangote Floor. And then I added the navigation for the departments for only one site. So go to the other site and do the same thing. Okay. So the whole process by repeating it, you become familiar with all of these things and how to assess them. The important thing here is to make sure that you consolidate the knowledge or the concepts, okay, so that you can be able to apply it when the need arises. Okay. I think when I did my SharePoint training, I think it was just a week or 2 weeks. Okay. But I was able to sit down and, get my hands dirty with what were taught or the concept that we were shown. And that helped to, I think that I was even almost deploying a SharePoint server, but the thing was, I don't know whether I finished it, but I can't really remember, but I know I started something like that just to see how. I think I actually did. Yeah, I did. So, but the thing there is that you need on your own, you need to put in additional efforts. So, and if you look at what I did today, I didn't finish it. And that means that the areas that are left undone are more like you need to do one thing, or you need to carry out 2 steps on several sites, and I did it for maybe 1 or 2 sites. So it means that for the other sites, you need to complete it by repeating the same thing. And when you do that, probably you might even learn new thing that you didn't see on the call. Okay, so that is that. Then secondly, we looked at term store or taxonomy in SharePoint. and what is called meta data in SharePoint, or manage metadata. The metadata is from the name metadata. Okay, so it provides you with the option to tag items or documents. Items for list, document for document library, basically. Okay, so, and I said you may want to read more on it, because I didn't want to just start discussing too much on that. So I just need to show us how that works. So we look at the application with a requisition system. Okay, so we created that requisition system so that you can, while entering an item, you can choose from the categories that we had. But I think I observed that some of us would not fill in the category. So I'll just check and see what the issue is. Okay, so but so that was basically what we did on taxonomy. Okay, so and then the next thing to do is to create the approval workflow. Okay, to create the approval workflow. My requisition is not showing. Okay. So I just checked the form now. There is no category column there. I think that's because it's a meta. It's a metadata. So there are a lot of feature limitations when you begin to use some of these things, and it can be very annoying. But aside that, there are still other things that works. Okay, still other things that works. So I'm going to share my screen so that I just look at that last part. So who are we going to? Who is going to be our approver manager? Anybody wants to nominate themselves? Hello. Are we here?
Yes, we are here. We can hear you.
Okay, so for the requisition workflow, I need somebody to nominate someone that we can use for this, or you can nominate yourself so that we can use that to create a workflow. Benga, you say you attended the Power Automate class, and then Michael. So you're going to help us in case we are stuck, but I hope we shouldn't be. So we'll go to integrate, Power Automate, create a flow. Okay, so you have this option. I prefer email instead of Teams. You send a customized email when a new item is added. So what? I think this was okay. So it's loading. Okay, so this is what we went for. Request approval. Okay. So this is a different workflow. Is more complicated. So when you have multiple levels of approval, okay, that's when you this is what that is for, and that's going outside SharePoint. Okay. But our focus is just want somebody to just approve once somebody or reject once someone enters an item. I don't know why is this. Okay, let me change the network. Let's see. Please confirm you can still hear me and then you can still see my screen. Because I just switched the network now. Okay, thank you, Lovina. Okay, so request approval in Microsoft Teams when a SharePoint item is created. Okay, so this I'm using a default template. Okay, I'm not designing from scratch. So it says when a SharePoint item is created, send an approval request. The approver can view and approve the request in Microsoft Teams. That's what this is doing for us. Okay. So SharePoint for permission. The workload involves SharePoint, Teams, and then the approval flow. So let's sign into SharePoint. Okay. So obviously 5 users. This allows me to have this gives me permission to be able to choose Benga or Michael as the approver. Okay, so approvers can create that. So Benga, come closer and help us here. When an item is created, what's item? Dangote. Okay, it has even picked. Okay, I chose it from the site. Okay, so it has picked the group, the list as well, then the ID of the item. So that's fine. Okay. Create an approval. Where is it? So we need to put in a parameter here. Approval type. Yeah, just first to respond is what we need. So that's fine. Create a title for the approval. Requisition. Requisition for, let's add an item. Title. No, item. Requisition for item. Send to Mike Onwu Mary. Let me just search for Onwu Mary. Onwu. Let's go and look for our approval users. Or let me just use my email so that we can save time. Okay. And let's have, so you can have more than one person if you want, but that's all you need to do here. I don't know what all of that is. Single government evolution schema is should be removed before the workflow is saved. Among us error. Did I remove anything? No, it's not name now. It's not name, it's item. Okay. So I think value users assigned. Okay. So let's look for another person that we can give that. Do we have Abdulhafiz here? So who is Benga Ogundipe? Please nominate yourself so that we can make progress.
You can try mine. I already dropped my email chat box.
Okay. Let me check that. Okay. I'm not seeing you here. Let's copy.
Maybe you should type it out. Michael dot Awomere. I see.
Yes. That's all. I think I have to remove all these things. Hope it doesn't crash my flow. There are too many things with errors. So I think the flow for Teams is complicated. I'll have to just close this and let's use the other option. That is much easier. Where's the search? Item added. Send email when added to SharePoint list. I think I should just go from here. It's automatically picks the list. Okay. So let's edit this because we don't know where it's sending the email to. What's happening? I want to edit my flow. Okay, so that's fine. Okay. Requesting approval for okay. So let's get the details of the item. Quantity. I think that's all. So let's test it. Somebody should add a new item. Go to that link. Ah. I need someone to add an item for us. Who is doing that? Okay, so I'll just add an item. Keyboard. Save. Okay, so let's see our flow. Still rolling. Now let's check. So Michael, you can also check if you have received an email. Okay, says you're successful. Okay, so we have an email. We need to add the link. We need to add the link. Yeah. Somebody added the TV set. We need to add a link to the email contents. So I need to get the list URL. See, open the list to approve. Okay. So let's do this. Executive share. I'll be I'll be in the category of furniture. Save. So let's see. Somebody should add an item. I think the flow was not saved when I added that. Conference. Oh, conference table. 1. Okay. So I think, yeah, I think so, but basically, this is not an approval workflow. This is not what I want us to achieve. I don't know. I think I'm missing out on the parameters there. So I'll get that sorted, I think, before our next class. I think we're having class tomorrow. I wanted us to look at documents library. Well, let's see how it goes. And so, but basically, this flow is just to notify these persons that yes, notify this person that an item has been added to the list. Okay, and so they receive it in an email with the detail. Person that added the item. Okay, I think someone else added earlier, so you can see. So captures who added it, and then the details of the item name and then the quantity. Okay. So I think there should be a space somewhere here. Yeah, I think before and after. I'm bringing this down. Okay. So we'll stop here. If you have any question, you can ask in the next 2 minutes. And let me modify my view. I don't want to see this guy. So I'll just go to all item view and then edit. And then just uncheck the title. Okay. And let me see who added it. Okay. I think that's all I want to see. Okay. So we have the item, the quantity. Okay, and then I think this created by should come. Let's just leave it there. So basically, you can edit your view. I don't know if I shown us that before. We'll look at that when we get to document library. Okay, so that will be all from me. So if you have any other question.
All right. Thank you so much, Mentor Yomi.
Yeah, you said you got 2 notifications for items added. They
Yeah,
are different. There should be different.
I received all
There
the
should be for
notifications.
different items.
I received all the
Are they for the
notifications.
same item?
No, for all the items.
Okay.
Okay, so basically this is for just to like if in a site where we have like a form to be filled in a site, SharePoint site, to get notified, maybe let's say HR or someone who is in charge, right? That's
Yes.
that's what we are trying to achieve.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But you said this is not the main thing you wanted us to do, is document library, right?
No, if this is not how I want the flow. Okay. The flow should but I think that will be more We'll see that more in document library, not in the list. So I'll show us that in document library.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, everyone, and do enjoy the rest of your evening. Stopping the recording now.